Hello survivors, and welcome to another video. In today's video we are back in Nordic Ashes. It has been a very long time, but there are a couple of things we want to talk about while showing you something that we never knew about that we learned the other day. So first things first, this is the skill tree we will be using. It's not perfect, but I like it. We are going to be playing on Amaranth, so we're going to show you all the new skins that we haven't had a look at. This is the skin for Amaranth, for Hansi, Missing, Axeldor, Thara, Halfgrim, and Helga with Talcor. So let me know down in the comment section which is your favorite skin that they've added to the game. Obviously the first three characters do have their survivor skins, or the Lady of Destruction, Knight of the Dark, and the Warlock of Doom. We are playing on Amaranth, so let's get straight into it. But before we get into it, I just want to let everyone know that Nordic Ashes developers have released what we call plushies. So it's a little what do we call it? Yeah, it's a plushie of Gnocchi. If you don't know who Gnocchi is, it's on the screen right now. It is our cute little gatekeeper for our shop. Loves your coin, so you do have to buy it if you want it. The link will be down in the description. Go and support the developers, guys. This has nothing to do with me. I'm not sponsored to do this. I just think we need to support them as much as possible, and I think it's really, really cool that they have added this for us to do. So with that out of the way, let's get straight into the Ragnarok. We are doing a Ragnarok 7 run. I don't believe I've made a video on it, or if I have, it hasn't been on Amaranth, or how she works. But the thing that we are going to be showing you is actually got to do with Skog. So first things first, we are going to go and level Skog as much as possible. We do want to get just damage, flat damage, every single roll being damage. It doesn't have to be a blue or anything like that, but it does have to be damage. And then the most important thing will come as soon as we get his ascension, and I'll explain all of that when we get there. So very, very easy. We don't want any of the life relics until we've got our heart relic up and going. We are going to spend the 4 points on there before we level up Skog any further, just so we can start getting it rolling and out of the way. Also, there is a curse over here that hurts you every so many seconds. You do not want to roll with that curse, and the reason for it is you're going to lose your hearts. So you do need to make sure that you are not running that curse, otherwise you're going to keep taking damage and you're not going to be able to grow those green hearts, and then Amaranth does become kind of sad. Not that she's very weak without green hearts, but you just lose a lot of free damage just because of that enemy curse. So make sure you do reroll and do not get that curse. We are going to pick this up because it's 5 free gold, and then we're going to keep leveling up Skog just so that we can show you exactly what it is that we learned about him. And I cannot believe, after all the hours that I've put into this game, I missed this, because Skog is one of my favorite characters, or one of my favorite relics in the game, and the fact that I missed it is just terrible. I should have been able to pick it up, and I should have known about this. It's just really bad that someone showed this to me and I never knew it before. So let's go put our points into Skog. Getting more summons would be nice, but we can't be picky. We can be picky over there though, so hopefully there we go, damage and summons. 9 summons should be more than enough, and now we just got to get enough XP to get that. We can also sell this. Like I mentioned, we don't need the hearts. We are going to get the green hearts passively from our relic, so that's going to put us in a good spot. We do have our ascension crystal as well. There we go. Here we are, and now look at his attack speed. He's got 0.23 seconds over there. We've got 0.23 seconds. Every 0.23 seconds an area of poison will appear. So if you can do math and your brain works like a man, then you will know that that is off of his attack speed. So we are going to be getting ourselves the golden bangle, and this increases our attack speed for every green heart that we earn. So that is going to make him poop out poison at a ridiculous speed, and it is one of the strongest things besides for pea shooter on Amaranth, and if anything it could be even stronger. So let's do all of these shrines. The only reason we're doing them is to see if there's anything that can reset and give us something fantastic going on over there. Otherwise, there is no point in getting the relic over here. It doesn't give us a heart that's green, so we don't actually need it. So we will land up selling it so that we have more money to re-roll the shop in Gnocchi's realm. You know, our dear, beautiful Gnocchi, which has a plushie for us now. Okay, one more enemy. There it is, a silly bat, Dar bat, thank you so much. We've also got the free health over here. The game just wants to give us health. That is just fantastic. You know, we really don't need any health whatsoever, but we will take it. It is free. Grab that over there. We're then going to grab this. You can see now we are on plus 40% attack speed, so it's 0.18 seconds. And just to show you, in case you don't know, it does show it over there as well. So now he is attacking even faster, and it is just ridiculous because it's poison damage and it's a lot of damage as well. The only thing is we do want to make sure it doesn't reduce the amount of attack speed we get when we pick up some of those potions. Like we just picked up now, the movement speed one, but it reduced our overall damage, which is okay because that's percentage damage, not flat damage. So unless we had like thousands of damage, it's not really so much for us to worry about. Alrighty, so we're in a pretty good spot. I don't think we have to worry too much about the enemies. I think it's free sailing from here. We've got a nice electric relic over here. We'll just pick it up, but we're going to sell it again as well. It's just free gold for us, and that's going to just put us in a better spot for the shop when it comes up. There is no real reason to keep electric rune. We'd keep a poison rune or relic, but there's no point in this. All this is going to do is take up space for other things to get levels in, like when we open up the shop. So we don't really want it because we don't want a chest to give us options for the electric rune. We only want them to give us options for Skog, and that's all we're going to be playing on. We do need to try and not pick up any of the hearts. I do know that the blue will be taken over, but as far as I remember, as soon as you have a red heart container, you do not lose it with the green hearts, and we can only have 14 hearts in total. So we'll see how many green hearts we get. Obviously getting something like 140% attack speed I don't think is possible, but we can certainly get more green hearts if possible, if the game allows it. So we are sitting on what's that, 7 at the moment, so that's 70% attack speed. There are runes and relics that do give attack speed, so we are going to see if we can get some of them as well. And area of effect will be fantastic as well. If we could maybe find those legendary things, the one that gives you 100% increased area of effect per ascension crystal that you got, that would be really good to get. Are we going to find it? Like, you know, is there a chance that we can find it? There's a small chance we can find it, yes. Are we going to find it in a run where we aren't re-rolling like crazy in the shop? Probably not, but that is okay. We aren't really out to get that. It's not 100% necessary. Spending 5 gold for healing or for HP, we aren't going to do that. We are going to keep our gold for the shop because there could be stuff there that is 100 times better. But staying still for a poison relic, that is fantastic. Chance for throwing 2 poison balls that deal damage when enemies are poisoned, and those balls can poison as well. That is going to be a huge damage upgrade for us in the long term. So this is great. The one thing that I want Nordic Ashes to maybe bring in the future could be like a hyper mode. Sometimes the runs do feel like they are too long, and I know a lot of people feel the same way as well, especially when you get to like wave 3 and 4, when you've collected everything, you can pretty much AFK the game. So they did make it that you can alt tab if you did want to, if you have a build that's strong enough to, you know, stand still. Another thing that they did bring in that I didn't mention is if you take a look at the settings and you go to utility, there is an auto aim option now, so we can turn that off if we wanted. Skog is auto aim. We don't really have to click on or go anywhere, but if you turn auto aim off, you then have the ability to aim Thara's daggers and things like that, or Axeldor's hammers and things like that, which would have normally gone for just random enemies. You can now have them attacking your first enemy in sight, or the closest enemy to you, and it will just increase your survivability with those relics. But does it make the relic any better? I don't know. I haven't really tried it. We could try runs with Thara's dagger to see if it does make the daggers any stronger than what they were before, if you are able to manually control them. It will bring in a little bit better gameplay as well, because you now have to actually manually aim the attacks where you wouldn't have had to before, therefore making it more intuitive than previously. As you can see, all the green on the screen, Skog is pretty much nearly a permanent poison master over here. I think he needs to go see a doctor or something. He's got a lot of gas. Hopefully this run will help him get rid of all this gas, and he'll be okay afterwards. But it would seem when in Midgard, he just is a gassy fella. Oh man, I've missed playing this game. It's just really enjoyable. But the devs have been on a hiatus. They've been taking their time, and they've just taken a break in terms of, updates for the game. They've been focusing on Endless, which is really cool. It's a really nice little thing in the game, so everyone eventually will be able to enjoy Endless to the max. Hopefully it will bring a lot of improvements going forward, but we can only wait and see what's going to become of it. And then over here, we don't really need the effective probability. Again, we're going to be looking for things that can help us with attack speed, although we are kind of at like a max attack speed already, so we don't need. Here's attack speed, there we go, damage and attack speed. There's a green heart. I don't think anything happens if we buy this. Let's just double check. No, so we are at our max green hearts possible, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. We can grab this, and we don't actually need anything else in the shop. What was this again? If you don't move, relics gain damage and cooldown. We'll grab that, why not? And then when we stand still, Skog will do even more damage. So that's pretty cool. That's only for when we're standing still though. We're not too worried otherwise. Let's see what else we can get there. Let's get some fire, why not? It's just free damage. And then, again, we can just stand still now. We are going to get free XP, although we don't need it. As you can see, we're already on 32, points that we haven't spent. We're just going to plant them into here. We're not really worried about the damage or anything else that it comes from or gets. And we're also going to increase the poison damage in the corner over there. Now, here's one of the elites that were part of the new map. You do have to, unfortunately, when killing them, stand in the circle. Otherwise, as you saw, you don't actually deal damage to them. But as you can see, we don't really have to worry about any of that, because Skog, with his stomach problems, is taking care of everything around us. So very easy, very fun. A lot of enemies spawning from this with the elite, and how he splits up into many different animals, or into many different parts. Very fun realm. Hopefully they will add Ragnarok to that realm very soon, so that we are able to get more enjoyable gameplay out of that as well, beyond experts, because experts are a little bit too easy, especially when you have over 900 seeds on your character. Alright, but now we're just killing things again, getting some juicy free XP. Again, not really needing the XP, although we don't even have everything full on our character yet, so XP is going to be great anyway. Free chests coming, free items, because we're getting a mushroom, and the mushroom is going to give us a whack ton of stats. Not the greatest mushroom, it's the lowest level of mushroom, but it is a fantastic mushroom nonetheless. We also got another reroll of this. It would have been nice if we could have got the rerolls a couple of times on Skog, but I did forget that we can go and get him more poison. So there we go. Get that. We're then going to also work on the poison damage being increased as well. So Skog's damage just doubled technically, especially the poison damage, and because our attack speed is so ridiculously high, he is attacking every 0.13 seconds. It is ridiculous. It is completely bonkers, and I really don't know how I missed this. It is one of the strongest builds in the game. It is so carefree, and that's just how Amaranth is. Probably needs a little bit of a nerf if you compare it to some of the other characters. It's just really, really insanely strong. I mean, I say it probably needs a little bit of a nerf, but to be honest, this is a single player game. It doesn't need to be touched. It's just a preference. So if people want to have like a chilled gameplay experience one day, or you know, just to relax and take it easy for a change, then they get to play this build. And then if they want like a more challenging aspects of the game, they can go and play other builds. You don't have to always play this build. You don't always have to use this character. So I don't think they need to necessarily nerf or you know, nerf specific things. The only thing I think that needs to be changed in terms of damage numbers is Thyra's daggers. Either it needs to be overhauled or it needs a damage buff, because I just really think maybe it needs a range buff, not necessarily a damage buff. So maybe if it had increased range, it would have helped more with it. But I don't know, that's just a personal preference sort of thing going forward. Alright, but so much poison on the screen, it is so good. Anywhere I can walk, you do still have to be a little bit careful. You do have to just make sure that there isn't an enemy around you. You can still take unnecessary damage and die if you're not careful, especially with it being Ragnarok 7, sorry. And as soon as I do get hit, I am going to be losing green hearts, which will then directly affect Skog's damage, and that's going to make us weaker, and then it becomes like a vicious cycle of, you know, now we're taking more damage, now we're dealing less damage as fast as we were, and just everything like that. But we're gonna just stand still in a bit, and we should be there soon. So now we're gonna just proc our ultimate again. That's fantastic. We again not going to spend the gold on HP. We are maxed on green hearts. There's nothing we can do to get more green hearts. The only thing that would be nice is to get the cooldown from the green heart relic. That would be really, really cool. Really, really funny to see. We do have a lot of cooldown already as well. When we stand still, we're on 135% cooldown reduction, which is actually pretty insane, and we can actually go and spend all of our points upgrading RV as well, and that's going to allow us to stand still to then gather all of the XP around us. So let's go and do that, and then we will land up leveling RV up. The most important thing will be summons and cooldown, but if we don't get them, that's fine as well. We're not worried about the damage that it deals. We just needed to summon as many things as possible to increase the range of us getting XP. So you can already see off screen all the XP that's being gathered towards us. Not that we need the XP, but it is very, very helpful in the long run. I mean, if we wanted to get more buffs and things like that, we can do it, or we could land up getting chilly with fire damage. We do have fire damage relics, so we could get chilly now. We could move forward with more damage from that, but we don't need it. Skog is more than enough for this entire thing, and I hope you guys are seeing this, and I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope you've learned something new with this as well. But we are about to finish the third wave. Who was it? Hulva the Destroyer. I completely forgot who the boss names were, or what their bosses were, what their names were, sorry. But he did double up. There was a bug with the bosses sometimes. I can't remember if it was just the guys on Svartalfheim or where it was, but there was a bug with them. It has been updated to not be buggy anymore. So that's really, really great. We do get a discount coupon over here. We've also got ourselves a mirror, and now we are going to just go and roll things because we can and see where that takes us. but I don't think we're going to spend too much time here. It does get quite you know, we don't need too much going here. Slingshot we don't need, that we don't need. There's nothing really interesting. I'm not going to buy everything and then resell it. It's just a waste. Let's just go and we'll keep the money. I don't really see like our legendaries that are really fantastic, even though we are re-rolling. That one we'll definitely grab. We can grab the movement speed, those 2 movement speeds as well. Again, looking for some really good ones. Does this when you have 1 red heart? When you only have 1 red heart or less, unfortunately we've got more than 1 red heart, so that's not going to help us. We don't need any of the HP items. What else do we have in the shop? We don't have many more rerolls, unfortunately. We don't need the item attraction. We can grab some more money. That's going to help us reroll a little bit more. We got 1 more reroll. And we get our attack speed up by 40%. It doesn't really matter what we lose because we just got a huge amount more of attack speed, and that's going to put us on a 0.1 second attack speed on Skog. So he is permanently pooping out now, farts. Not pooping out, he's permanently farting now, and it's just insane. We have the capped amount. I don't think we can get lower than 0.1 seconds on anything in the game. Even on Soulstone Survivors, you can only get up to 0.2 second cast frequency on your skills. So we have beaten that with a 0.1 seconds on our Amaranth and Skog. Just really fun to see. And we nearly got hit there. Luckily, I was totally focused and we never got hit. You know, totally focused over there, completely knew that the boss was going to respawn a second time, and that's exactly what they were going to do, and we stood in that specific spot on purpose so that the boss wouldn't hit us. It's just, I'm just a genius, what can I say? Alright, this is perfect. Man, this is, it's just beautiful to see all of this, and green is my favorite color again. I mean, we've been down that road, but just to be able to see all this green on the screen, being able to deal all of this massive damage. I am going to be very curious to see what the end damage result is. We do have the poison over here. This time we know that the boss is going to come back alive, so we can just chill. And there we go, boss dead. We don't need to pick up any more chests. We don't even need to worry about them being healing every 5 seconds. Everything dies within 5 seconds, so we don't even have to worry about any of that. And we're just going to stand still and just, you know, just relax. We can actually level this person up. We can take the poison fire leaves. That's going to increase our damage even more. And we're just going to relax here. Just take a chill pull. Things will die on their own. We're slowly going to wait until we are fighting a Ragnarok in his realm. He's a irritating boss fight because of all of the stages. I would really love to see a less boss fights with stages. Things done like the Haffelheim map. Those are like a really good boss fight where the boss has a stage, but you aren't like stuck trying to just stand still and dodge. You actually have to do something like destroy pillars and everything like that. So 25% damage if you have, at least we don't have any blue hearts, and we're not going to keep any blue hearts. That means we get less attack speed if we do. So we want as many green hearts as possible and as little blue hearts as possible. It would have been nice if we never picked up the other heart container. That means we would have had more green hearts. So that was a mistake I made. Try not to make that mistake. Don't pick up any heart containers, and then also try and keep yourself as healthy as possible throughout the game, just to ensure that you do get that juicy green hearts. But I think we're on 0.1 seconds already in cast time. I don't think you can get any lower than that, so we on the maximum amount. But it's just that easy to get, and it's really cool when you're covered in you know, a whole screen full of green. It's just really cool. Alright, let's see what else we got going for us. I think this would make a really good screenshot for us to use for our thumbnail, wouldn't you agree? You know, taking a a full screen of fiery plants with Skog running around. Also, if you stand still, those laser beams actually don't hit you. They always summon just beyond your reach, so you don't actually have to worry about them being able to hit you. As long as you're standing still, they aren't going to do any damage to you whatsoever. But there we go, 22 and 23 minutes, so it will be about a 25-minute run. Not much we can do about that because of the phasing on Ragnar. He will die very, very quickly, but again, he is going to phase. Also, if you haven't noticed, the music for absolutely every stage is ridiculous, and it's just really, really awesome. We also now just need to run around in a circle. We did kill Ragnar's clone, died pretty instantly, and now we just gotta do this. Oh man, this music, we really just gotta appreciate it. So I'm gonna stop talking during the boss fight, and we can just listen to the music until the boss dies. Alright, and that's it. The awesome music is still playing. We could probably just leave the game running just like this and love the music we got. But anyway, there's Skog's damage. 26 million damage, 24,000 DPS. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.